Hi, so in this video, I will share my recommendations about vegetable juices. What are my suggestions if you want to make vegetable juices? So, first of all, why do I recommend vegetable juices? First, it's to avoid too much fiber because many people who have digestive issues, especially people who have an irritated gut, like people who have IBS, IBD, they cannot tolerate lots of fiber. So, for these people, I recommend to not eat too much vegetables because they have lots of fiber and that can really irritate their gut that is already very sensitive. So for these people, avoiding fiber is very important. And because they will eat less vegetables, it's better if they compensate by drinking vegetable juices. Okay, so that's the first reason. The second reason I recommend vegetable juices is because when you drink vegetable juices, you will absorb much more goodness of the veggies than if you eat them whole. Because if you want to only eat whole vegetables, you might eat maybe like 5-6 carrots per day and maybe one or two zucchini, something like that. Whereas in a juice, you can, you can juice so many more different vegetables in a higher quantity and have more variety in your juices, because many people would uh, they cook always the same vegetables and they don't think about using other vegetables to cook and to eat. Whereas in juices also, if you make juices, you have more imagination, you have more imagination of different vegetables you can put in your juice. So it will add some variety in your diet by making vegetable juices. Okay, and as I said, you will absorb much more goodness from a juice compared to eating whole veggies, because you can have a bigger quantity of veggies in your diet with vegetable juices. Third reason why I recommend vegetable juices is because basically what vegetables do, they clean your body. They clean up your body. Basically, to keep things simple, usually that's what I explain to people why I don't recommend a carnivore diet or why I don't recommend a vegan diet. It is because we need both types of food. We need vegetables and we need animal foods. Uh, it is not right to demonize one or the other type of food. Okay, both are essential for our health. Okay, and basically what I say to people is that vegetables clean up their body. They clean the body, whereas animal food, they build the body, and we need both. Okay, so of course this is very simplified. It's more complicated than that. Because yes, in vegetables you have minerals and vitamins that help building the body, but really what they do most of all is really clean up the body, because they are rich in phytochemicals that support the detox organs in your body, and that's really what they do. The way they clean your body is by supporting the detox organs like the liver, the bowels, the gallbladder, and so on. Okay, so yes, I recommend vegetable juices, but in a normal omnivorous diet. Okay, that has animal foods, animal products. All right, so my first advice for people who want to make vegetable juices is that you should make juices that have at least 80% of green vegetables. Okay, so why that? Because you don't want to juice too many fruits or too many root vegetables in your juices, because your juice will be way too sweet. It will have way too much sugar, and you don't want that, because it will raise your insulin. It will cause sugar crash, sugar cravings, and stuff like that. So it is better that you juice at least 80% of your juice with green veggies. Okay, and 20% maximum of your juice should be anything else that is not green. So like green veggies, it could be like leafy greens, but not too much. I will talk about that in a minute. So leafy greens, fennel, zucchini, cucumber, celery, cabbage, and so on. And non-green vegetables would be carrots, apples, oranges, lemons, and stuff like that. So my second advice is that you should be careful with oxalate-rich vegetables, especially the ones like spinach or rhubarb or sorrel or parsley that are very rich in oxalates, because oxalates can cause lots of issues. It can cause gut pain, it can cause kidney stones, and other problems. I talk about oxalates in details in my video about oxalates. It's up there, so please go watch this video if you have more questions about oxalates, and if you want to see the list of vegetables rich in oxalates, I show that in my video. So yeah, be careful with vegetables rich in oxalates. For example, it's not a good idea to juice spinach every day, all the time, okay? And because if you do that, you will overload your body with oxalates and you will get lots of issues. Another advice I have for you is, so be careful with cabbage, with the cabbage family. Some people tolerate cabbage very well, some people don't. So if you do tolerate cabbage very well, feel free to juice cabbage regularly, and different types of cabbage, including cauliflowers and stuff like that. Any type of cabbage would be good. But many people don't. So the people who don't tolerate cabbage will have gas, pain, diarrhea. So if you don't tolerate cabbage, don't juice cabbage. But basically, cabbage is great for different reasons. I have a video about cabbage juice. I will put the link up there, so go watch that video if you have questions about cabbage juice. Cabbage juice is great to heal ulcers, and in particular, stomach ulcers. Cabbage is also great for detox in general because it's rich in sulfur, it supports the liver. So yeah, cabbage is a really great vegetable to juice if you tolerate it. But if you don't, then don't do it. Another advice, drink your juices outside of your meals, because if you do drink your veggies, your vegetable juices during your meals, you will dilute the stomach acid in your stomach, and then you will have a harder time to digest your meal. Okay, so to digest vegetables, your body doesn't need any acidity, any stomach acidity. So you want to drink your vegetable juices outside of your meals, preferably. If you drink it with your meals, it can mess up your digestion. So another advice is that you should drink very slowly. So I recommend to drink between 1 to 3 glasses of vegetable juices per day. But drink very slowly. Either you prepare 1 liter of vegetable juices, that will be like your 3 glasses per day. So you prepare 1 liter that you drink throughout the day, like very slowly, like 1 sip here, 1 sip there, preferably outside of meals, throughout the day. Or if you prepare 1 glass and you want to drink that glass, you take a sip and you wait at least 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and you take another sip, and you wait and you take another sip, and you go very slowly like that. Because if you drink the juice too fast, it will give you diarrhea, it will give you gas and bloating. So yeah, drink it slowly. Another advice, I recommend that you vary your vegetables and your fruits in your vegetable juices, because for example, if you juice every day vegetables that you are actually intolerant to, you won't, if the vegetable juices make you sick, you won't know why, if you always drink the same vegetable juice. Okay, or if you juice spinach every day and you start having issues, okay, it's because you build up too much oxalates in your body. So it's not a good idea to do every day the exact same vegetable juice. It's better to alternate the different vegetables and the different fruits. For example, as I said in the beginning, oxalates can really hurt your digestive system. But if you eat sometimes oxalate-rich veggies like one day you eat spinach or you juice spinach and then you don't juice spinach for like 3-4 days and then you juice spinach again, it won't cause any issues. But if you drink vegetable juices with spinach in it every day, that's when you will have issues, because it will accumulate in your body. All right, so don't always use the same vegetables and fruits for your juice. And also don't put too many different vegetables in your juice. Okay, like especially if you are a beginner, if you start making vegetable juices, I recommend that you only juice 3 or 4 veggies and fruits in your juice. Don't put like 10 different fruits and vegetables, for the same reason as I said before, because maybe you won't tolerate that vegetable juice, and if it makes you sick, you won't know which vegetable caused your issues. Okay, because many people who listen to my videos are people who have digestive issues and they are intolerant to many different things. So let's say you are intolerant to apples, and in your juice you put apples and carrots and cucumber and fennel and celery and oranges and ginger and blah, 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 and like 10 different vegetables. You won't know which one caused the issues. Whereas if in your juice there was only apple, carrots and celery, and if this juice makes you sick, next time you remove one of the 3 and very easily you will find which one was the culprit. All right. Now, which vegetables are recommended for which condition? So, for example, celery is recommended especially for people who have stomach issues, a lack of stomach acidity, hypochlorhydria, people who have slow digestion. Celery is really good for that. Celery is also great to detoxify the body, especially it will help people who have arthritis, people who have pain in their joints. Celery is famous for that. It helps removing waste from your joints. Celery is very good also. It's a very, very good diuretic, so it supports the elimination through the kidneys. All right, so celery juice, great for people with stomach issues and people who need strong detoxification from the kidney and in their joints. Fennel also, I like to recommend fennel, especially to people who have intestinal issues, people who have lots of bloating, gas, and gut pain in general. Fennel is really good for that. Ginger is also very good for people who have a lack of stomach acidity, but people who have stomach ulcers should avoid ginger because it's very spicy, so it might hurt. But if you don't have stomach ulcers but you have slow digestion, ginger can really help, and it will also help people who have constipation. Ginger helps a lot for constipation. As I said before, cabbage juice is great for gastritis. So again, I have a whole video about cabbage juice. Go watch it. I've put the link up there. If you have any type of irritation in your digestive tract, whether it is in the stomach or in the gut or anywhere in your digestive system, add aloe vera gel in your juice. I have several different videos about aloe vera gel. I explain what it does and how to extract the gel and how to use it. So please go watch my videos. I put the links there. But yeah, you can mix, you can blend the aloe vera gel in your vegetable juice and drink that. Coriander, you can put coriander in your juice. It will help for detoxification, especially detoxification of heavy metals. But in that case, I recommend that you also take clay or charcoal to bind with these heavy metals and safely move them out of your body. And so I recommend vegetable juices to everybody except one type of person. And the only the only people I don't recommend to drink vegetable juices are people who are cold all the time, who feel very cold all the time. Usually these people are also very skinny, they are malnourished, and they often come from a vegan diet. Okay, so to these people, it's not a very good idea to drink vegetable juices, or at least if they really want to drink vegetable juices, they can, but not too much and not too often. All right. So I would say to these people, maximum 1 glass per day, maximum. And you should warm up the juice before drinking it, otherwise it will make you feel even colder. All right. So yeah, if you are very easily cold, don't drink vegetable juices, and especially not in winter. It's not a great idea in winter. And to these people, on the contrary, I would recommend to avoid eating too much vegetables or drinking too much vegetables, but focus on more carnivorous diets. I'm not saying that they should do like 100% carnivore. I'm just saying that people who are very malnourished, very skinny, very cold all the time, they should focus on eating meat and animal fat mostly. Then how much juice? As I said before, I recommend 1 to 3 glasses per day for how long as you want. And how to keep your vegetable juices. So you can keep them in the fridge. What I recommend is that you juice several liters in advance. So if you can juice like every day, like every time you want to juice, you use your machine and you juice it in the moment and you drink it right away. That's great, because that's how you will preserve most vitamins. But realistically, most people don't have the time to, be at home all the time and make the juice every time they want 1 glass. Okay, so for most people, it will be way more convenient to prepare several liters in advance. So you can prepare like 2, 3, 4, 5 liters in advance. You put your vegetable juice in a bottle, ideally a glass bottle that you put in the fridge. Leave as little air in the bottle as possible to avoid oxidation. Okay, and you can also add the juice of a lemon in your bottle, again to prevent from oxidation. And then so you close the bottle very well and you put it in the fridge, and you can keep your juice in your fridge for 4, 5, or 6 days. Of course, again, the fresher, the better. It will have more vitamins, but still, it will still have tons of vitamins even after 3, 4, or 5 days in your fridge. I have a video about vitamin C. I will put the link up there. In that video, I talk about a study where they did an experiment with orange juice. They left the orange juice open to the air, so there was oxygen coming in the juice. There was sunlight, so really the conditions were not good, and they measured the amount of vitamin C, and after several days like that, there was still a very good amount of vitamin C. So it's not like you prepare the juice and right away the vitamin C and the other vitamins disappear. It doesn't work like that. It's not as bad. So don't worry, you can prepare your juice in advance and it will be fine. All right, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover in this video. If you have more questions, if I forgot to talk about something, put it in the comments and I will try to answer your comments under the video. I see you in the next video. Bye bye.